Okay, my dear audience, welcome to 2021 World Intellectual Property Forum. I'm the moderator, Professor Mei-Hsin Wang from National University of Science and Technology. Currently, I'm the fellow of Royal Society of Chemistry UK. With over decades international pharmaceutical company experience, that's why I'm here for this panel titled COVID-19 Medical IP Landscape, Western Medicine versus Traditional Chinese Therapy. In order to success in combat of COVID-19, the integrated treatment combining the benefits from Western medicine and traditional Chinese therapy could be the comprehensive approach. In this panel, the IP landscape will be introduced by Professor Yuan Keng, while the traditional Chinese therapy to improve the immune will be stated by Dr. Yuelong Yang. Thereafter, the good manufacturer practice enforcement to standardize the quality and proven efficacy on Chinese traditional medicine will be introduced by Professor Yixin Lin. Nevertheless, the guideline and principal treatment to deal with anxiety during COVID-19 pandemic will be elaborated by Dr. Hongjie Wu Zhang. Panel discussion and introduction of COVID-19 and IP landscape will be handled by me, with the aim to provide audience a cutting-edge view on the IP development for COVID-19 treatment worldwide, based on Western and traditional Chinese medicine, from contribution of Chinese clinical medicine, and look forward to the merits generated from both Chinese medicine and Western medicine for the much better synergy effect. Before we invite our eminent expert to share the view, please allow me to brief the current situation during the COVID-19 pandemic. As you can see, the data in Taiwan looks pretty small compared to the rest of the world. We are living normally with only certain protection measures. There are only 990 cases within 23 million population on 17th March 2021, and only 10 days cases. It was, I think, remarkable for the efforts from all the doctors and our FDAs and all the people here. Therefore, we think it is worthwhile for us to share our experience if it could benefit to your health. COVID-19 is 88% identity to back-derived SARS-like coronavirus, similar receptor binding domain structure to SARS-CoV. That's why it could infect human beings. There are 3 attempts to control the infection. One is to inhibit viral entry, membrane fusion, and endocytosis. Alternatively, inhibition of protein synthesis also works, or inhibition of inflammation response. There are certain medications claimed to be effective for treating COVID-19. If we take hydroxychloroquine as example, is to inhibit virus to enter the cell, improve the lysosome and endosome pH value to inhibit the virus replication and release in cell, also adjusting the immune. IL-6 inhibitors such as siltazimab was applied in an Italian trial. However, there were only 33 improved. Serum from the recovery period is applied in China with a small scale, but it looks promising as it claimed there were positive patients turn negative after several days of thorough injection. For screening the virus, the main techniques are PCR screening test, antigen test, antibody test. Vaccine development is based on S protein. The strategic type for vaccine development are inactivated virus, attenuated virus, developed DNA vaccine, virus vector, subunit viral protein, virus-like particles. For the prevention of COVID-19, monoclonal antibody and vaccine both can be applied. Monoclonal antibody can generate rapid protection, and it is shown acting for weeks, such as Eli Lilly's bamlanivimab. While vaccine have a longer term protection, but requires immune response. There are several vaccines on the market now. As you can see, Johnson & Johnson's adenovirus vector, Moderna's messenger RNA, AstraZeneca's adenovirus vector, MSD's live attenuated chimeric vaccine. Potential drug targets such as the endosome acidification inhibitor chloroquine, 3-Pro inhibitor, lopinavir, RDRP inhibitors, ribavirin, remdesivir, flamipiravir, recombinant interferon alpha and interferon beta, etc. The mechanisms for these potential therapies are the exogenous interferons, such as injectable interferons, inhibition of 3-Pro activity, such as the lopinavir, guanosine analog that inhibits virus RNA synthesis and messenger RNA capping, such as ribavirin, nucleotide prodrug transforming to adenosine triphosphate analog inhibiting virus polymerase, such as remdesivir, purine nucleoside analog inhibiting virus polymerase, such as flamipiravir, sequestering protein in lysosomes to increase the intracellular pH, such as chloroquine. Treatment for COVID-19 will certainly receive faster approval. As we can see, those EUA granted for remdesivir, convalescent plasma, Eli Lilly's antibody, Regeneron's antibody treatment, Pfizer's BioNTech vaccine, Moderna's vaccine, they all received their granted in 2020s. The very first patent issue related to COVID-19 or SARS-CoV-2 is the US patent number 10729. That's olindrin extract from the plant. In Taiwan, there is a unique approach by applying decoy ACE2FC antibody. It's proved to block the infection and remove the infected cells with a hope to prevent infection. Based on in vitro cells experiment, the decoy ACE2FC antibody designed by NTU Group is proved to prevent several virus strains, including D614G, which is the strain caused the majority of pandemic. If you wish to receive the EUA, the emergency use granting, you must prove the facilitating availability use of medicine, medical countermeasures like vaccine, antibody, and that's good for the use of a public health emergency. FDA will expect the effective in treating, diagnosis, preventing disease. The totality of scientific evidence assessed must be provided. No adequate, approved, and available alternatives. Submission must include all safety data. For the vaccine and antibody for EUA, the known and potential benefit must be better than potential risk, and is submitted to FDA based on phase 3 clinical efficacy, interim analysis of such trial if pre-specific success criteria could be met. For COVID-19 EUA, they evaluate chemistry, manufacture, controls, and data should ensure quality and consistency of the vaccine. Development of COVID-19 vaccine is typical. On FDA authorization, they will review safety assessment in healthy subject, the dose of vaccine, including immune response, and it must be safe with various doses. vaccine administered to large subject population, and it is a randomized control study, broad demographic group, effectiveness, and immune response. The following, I would like to show you the current development statistic about the patents. This one is the antivirus medical patent. I extracted on 17th March 2021 for global patent data. The pending application were 806 patents, and there were 94 patents under examination, and the current active one is 597 patents. The patents allocation are mainly in Korea, India, Australia, Ukraine, USA, Africa region, industry, property organization. So it indicated that every country in the world all put in their possible effort to stop this pandemic. In this slide, the data are for antivirus vaccine patents. As you can see, the pending application are over 8,000. There are over 2,700 under examination, and the current valid patents are over 7,000. The country allocation are US, Australia, Japan, China, Canada, Korea, Slovenia, and Russia. The final slide I would like to share with you is the virus screening technology. There were over 1,000 patents applied. There were 762 patents under examination, and the current active one are 1,300. The country allocation are China, United States, WIPO, Australia, Japan, Canada, Korea, India, Mexico. Above are the global statistics for medicine, vaccine, and screening technology patent data for your reference.